Too often in Wichita, we ignore failure to focus on the happier moments. But if only 30% of our entrepreneurs are going to succeed, what do we tell the others? Are we too afraid to offend people by telling them their idea won't work? Are we simply too nice?
I'm going to say yes, we are too nice in this community. There's at a point that we need to really ask the tougher questions.
This is Jacob Wayman. After spending time in Kansas City, Wayman returned to Wichita as the director of the E2E Accelerator, shepherding new entrepreneurs through the ups and downs of starting a business.
I believe in tough love. A lot of times you hear a lot of fluff, opposed to these are some of the obstacles I went through.
Curtis Whitten owns VenTech Enterprise, which started as a vending machine company but pivoted to private security and investigation based on Whitten's law enforcement experience.
And I think as an entrepreneur, you have to really, when it comes to being honest and candid about what are your strengths and weaknesses as an individual. If you can truly identify what your strengths and weaknesses are, you're a little more apt to really be acceptable to tough love and just criticism. We know those struggles that you have, but all entrepreneurs face the same issues.
Kindness comes from a very loving place in a person. Being tough or constructive within that kind environment is just part of the spectrum.
Beth Tolley earned a name for herself in the entrepreneurship community with chocolate company Coco Dolce. Despite her initial success, she is no stranger to failure.
So we opened our second store in Overland Park, Kansas. So it never in my wildest dreams did I believe that it could fail. And it didn't just fail, it was like a burrow into the ground and burst into flames kind of failure. Our bank foreclosed on us, and so we were actually purchased in auction. And it made me a much wholer person, because failure on the flip side of that should be something that you always consider could happen.
Toby Creewheel is another entrepreneur who has experienced failure with his company, Metano. Toby says he realized Metano would probably fail after pitching his idea to a 1 Million Cups meeting in Kansas City.
It was a fair trade sportswear brand. I basically spent a year of my life trying to make Metano work. And when that didn't work, we cut it loose. So one guy there, he gave me some very honest, but very, in a weird way, encouraging feedback. Tore my heart open because loved Metano, felt like that was my future. But he was right. It was a small potatoes idea, and he laid that out, but he did it in a way that was, hey, I see your value, I see your energy, your potential. So it was advice I didn't get in Wichita at the time, but that would have been one of the most valuable things for someone to share to me. One of the most caring things that somebody could have shared with me was, hey, this idea, it's not going anywhere, but you are going somewhere.
So why did Toby have to go all the way to Kansas City to hear that?
Here in Wichita, it feels like we're afraid of offending people if we tell them that, that idea is not such a great idea. We're just afraid of what people are going to feel when we say that.
You really don't want to crush a person's dream, their vision of what they see, as entrepreneurship. And so sometimes that could be difficult.
I think each one of us need to look ourselves in the mirror and really look at ourselves deeply and really understand who we are as a person. Who are we as a community?
Failure is truly not failure, At the end of the day, you still standing, you still breathing, and so you got another opportunity.
Most of the time, it's going to be on the entrepreneur to have the humility and have the vision for where they're going. Sometimes nice hurts a little bit, but so I don't think we're too nice. I think we're just got to better define what it means to be nice here in Wichita.